today I'm going to be walking you through the process of how I built my Taylor Swift vinyl gallery wall here behind me. And it was a bit of a lengthy process, but I'll walk you through step by step, and then some of the struggles that I had when I was picking out frames and everything as well. And then finding the best one that I could find for the wall behind me. So thanks so much for watching today, and let's go ahead and get started. Here's a quick before of the wall so you know what everything looked like before I started. Of course, I began with clearing out the area and grabbing my handy step ladder. Earlier in the day, I took my vinyl frames and traced them out on some plain brown craft paper. You can usually find it at any crafting store, but I just recycled what I had left over from wrapping breakable items when I last moved. Next, I used a ruler to space out all of the templates on the wall using some tape so I could easily adjust them as needed. I would recommend stepping back as you are working to make sure that you like the spacing of all the frames on the wall. To hang my frames on the wall, I used the large command Velcro strips, which I will link below if needed. I first started by matching up all the Velcro on the wall with the corner of my templates. It worked fairly well, but it was a struggle to make sure that where you have already placed the Velcro on the wall lines up with where you want the Velcro to go on the frame. After completing the first row, I found it was easier to attach the Velcro to the frame first and then pull the strips off the back to attach the frames directly to the wall by pressing firmly. Okay guys, here's what we're looking at. Oh, let me turn this off. Oops, the electrician's coming to put the rest of my can lights in later this week, so this corner will be fixed soon. So we've got 6 up so far. So obviously we have 9 now. So we'll have Lover, Folklore, and then Evermore here, but I have a feeling Evermore is going to take just as long to get as Folklore did, which was about 6 months. So I think I'll do Lover and then Folklore here for now, and then move them once we get Evermore in the mail, which, like I said, should be a bit. But here's what we're looking at. I like the spacing. I definitely think my new technique towards the end worked better rather than having the paper with the command strips. And the command strips are just so much easier than nailing them because I have different frames. So like these 2 are from IKEA, and they're the best. I'm sad that they don't make them anymore. And then these ones are from Amazon, and they're fine, I guess, but like if you look, that's probably not the best. If there's like scratches, it's because it's plastic. So, I mean, I haven't had these for very long, and they already have shown a lot of wear, and I've only had them really on the wall and then in boxes when I was moving. So I think I'm gonna need to get some new ones, which I'm planning to, because obviously I need some for the bottom anyway. So there's some on Urban Outfitters that I'm gonna order to put the new ones in, and then eventually transition all the old ones out of the old frames and into new ones. But obviously it's sort of expensive, so I don't want to purchase all of them at once and then do it all. So I'm gonna buy those tonight, I think. And then the other thing I did was I pulled all the actual like vinyl records out, so it's just the covers. And then I have a little case I'm gonna keep the vinyls in my thing, so then these frames aren't so heavy. And with the command strips, it's just easier to hang them and move them, and they hold up a little better. And since they're different frames, they hang different. So if I try to nail them into the wall, or hang them with a nail, they all hang slightly different, which means that they don't line up perfectly, which really bothers me. So this method seemed to work a little bit better. And I mean, you can kind of see they're a little off, but it's not super noticeable. So let's put the room back together now. Okay guys, here's the challenge with these not being able to be sold in stores. This is what I needed to see, and I couldn't see it online. I looked for so long to try to find a picture of the back of this frame, and I couldn't. So the benefit of the ones I have now, let me show you. So here's the benefit of the ones I have now. These are from IKEA. These are the old ones, which, someone please bring them back. They're super easy to adjust based on the thickness of the vinyl, and that one you can't. So with the double-edged vinyl, it's such a struggle to find, or not double-edged, double-sided with two discs. It's such a challenge to find one that fits. So I'm gonna have to go back to the drawing board to find some new ones. Okay guys, things you should do before you leave the house to buy new record frames. These are the new ones that IKEA sells in replacement of the old black ones. And I thought, okay, I can prime them and then spray paint them black and they'll match. I don't know how I'm going to put a command strip on the corner of these. I know you can't really see, but you can kind of tell how thin they are. And it just like will not work. Sorry, now we're in focus. So, I mean, I can hang them, but I just think it's such a pain to try to make a gallery wall like I'm trying to do with the type of back that is. And also, here's my other struggle. The thickness of that frame is like not at all the same. But it's just like such a small difference, but it's gonna drive me bananas. So back to the drawing board. We're gonna try another one. So life lessons: measure before you go to IKEA to buy new record frames. But I bought a new lamp for my room. So there's one winner for the day. Okay, so here's the winner that we're gonna go with. Oh, this is bad lighting. There we go. So they pop open. I don't know if you can tell here. And they're different than my other ones I currently have. But the guy at the record store here in Portland that I bought them from highly recommended them. He said they're super good quality. He really likes his that he has. So I think eventually I'm gonna switch all these out for this one. So let's pop our last two on the wall. And then eventually I'll slowly acquire the rest and switch them out. Let's do it. Okay, she's done. So these are the different frames, which actually I think I'm gonna end up liking them better anyway, because I do really like the thick black frame on them. And so they're plastic, which is which is not the best, but here's why I actually really like them. I'm glad this guy recommended to him. So there's this little button on the top that you press, and then they lean out like this. And then they sit right inside this little lip. So they're super protected in there, which is great. And they're not going to shift around. They're not going to get damaged in any way. And then there's these little things back here to protect them as well. So then if you have your vinyl on the wall and you want to pop it out to listen to it, super great. And it just clicks right back in, which is awesome. So technically, she's all done. This plug is going to be a bit of a pain, but I have a feeling I'll move before I'll have to deal with that. And then if that's not the case, then I can bump this over and we'll figure out some sort of hack to maybe hide this, and maybe if I pop it over the frame or move the what's plugged in, it won't be super noticeable, but it looks good, and I love that I can eventually swap these out.
Later.
Okay guys, here is our final finished wall with all of the frames matching. We've got every single album, all 9. Now granted, I know the re-records are coming, so once we get our re-records, I think I'm personally going to swap all for the re-records, just because I want it to be cohesive and supporting the right albums, but I'm not by no means going to get rid of these because I acquired them all before all of the drama, for lack of a better word, were in town, which totally justified drama. But we've got some fun little items on my little record cabinet down here that I found at a vintage shop, and it's got all my Taylor merch in here, so we can have a fun little video later on with all of that, and some fun items here with my little snake plant, and then all the rest of the wall. It's such a fun little cozy corner of my room, and definitely my favorite completed area as of yet. Thanks so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed seeing me finish this completed project behind me. I'm super proud of it. The fact that I finally have a completed wall with all of my vinyl records behind me of all my Taylor records is my favorite thing in my room at this moment. So thanks so much for joining me today, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.